miracles you so claim. Desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Ballad of Antara is an upcoming fantasy action RPG set in a fanciful and magical world with a fast-paced and fluid combat style. It's being developed by Tipsworks Studio, and in the game you shall embark on a perilous journey, seek out colossal divine creatures and recover lost and distorted essences set in a sort of open land with challenging enemies and powerful bosses. The game will be a single player, but you can also play in co-op, so for those who likes to play with friends, this one looks very good. And it's coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
This shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire
From the towering shadows, vanished into the mist.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the
Alkahest is an action-adventure RPG set in a murky medieval world where satisfying melee combat with highly interactive environments takes center stage. Explore realistic locations, learn alchemy, and make a name for your family. The game is being developed by the studio Push On and is coming out to Microsoft Windows only for now, but there's no release date announced yet. As the youngest son of a petty lord, you're no hero, and to become someone, you'll have to prove your worth through sweat and blood. Investigating unusual goblin raids on the county border may be the chance you've been waiting for.
Far too long.
Oh, my forever friend. Help me to hold your hand and dance.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
How can it be winter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. You want to know the year? What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy.
Lies of P Overture is a DLC to the game Lies of P. That's an excellent Souls-like game, set in a dark version of the universe of Pinocchio. The original game features a good gameplay and insane boss fights, so if you like Souls-like games, you should play it. The DLC will bring a new part to the story, with new stages, new weapons, new enemies and of course, new bosses. The game is being developed by the studio Neowiz, a studio that delivered an insane game with the original Lies of P, so I'm really curious to see this DLC, and it's coming out to Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, Windows, and Mac in summer of 2025.
I'll do whatever it takes. Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close, not even my life. I swear I won't be late. Not again.
Legendary. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
And kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The Witcher 4 is finally the new adventure of this beloved series. The game is being developed by the studio CD Projekt Red, just like the other games of the series, and is coming out probably in 2026 or later to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The series is known for being an extremely immersive and massive RPG series, with hours and hours of content with a lot of quality. This new experience will be set after The Witcher 3, but the difference here is that the protagonist won't be Geralt anymore, but Ciri, an important character of the third game.
Just run away.
Phantom Blade Zero is a new fast-paced action RPG game, and all the videos and gameplays of the game looks absolutely mind-blowing. It's being developed by the Studio S game, and in the game we see some inspirations in Souls-like game, since the gameplay style, to the boss fights, but the game won't be exactly a Souls-like. The graphics looks really awesome, and will surely be a great game when it's released. We still don't know when the game is coming out, but in a new trailer they said that the release date is going to be announced in 2025, so I believe the game is coming out in 2026 or later, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows.
Everyone wears a mask. You too.
This is a real face!
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
Crimson Desert is a new massive open-world RPG. The game is being developed by Pearl Abyss Studio, from the same creators of the MMO Black Desert. Filled with lot of different mechanics, and with a fast and brutal combat style, looks like a mix of an action RPG with the gameplay of a hack-and-slash game. For those who enjoy titles like Assassin's Creed series, The Witcher, Zelda, and general action medieval games, I think you're going to enjoy this one, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in the end of 2025, but with no official release date yet.
A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace.
There are beings who brought chaos to providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness.
Seeking out my Greyling comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the
Vindictus Defying Fate is a new single or co-op action RPG game coming out. Experience intense action brought to life with diverse, unique characters. Read your enemies' attacks and strike back for maximum impact in the game. Immerse yourself in signature combat and a gripping narrative. Master perfect dodge, powerful counters, and heavy-hitting strikes to experience unparalleled combat. Explore unique skills and diverse command inputs exclusive to each character, delivering a stylish and fascinating action style. The game is being developed by the studio Nexon, and it's only confirmed to be released on Windows for now, but there's no release date yet.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin.
Clockwork Revolution is a new FPS game inspired in the classic and iconic BioShock. The game is being developed by the studio Inxile Entertainment, a Xbox game studio, and is confirmed to Xbox Series X and S and Windows. The release date is not confirmed yet, but is believed to be in 2025 or 2026. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. So if you like FPS games with an interesting storyline and a good combat, this is a game that you should keep an eye out for. In my opinion, it looks promising.
Time where I will not destroy you.
Oh no. What did I do?
No Rest for the Wicked is a unique and beautiful Souls-like with a stunning graphic style and is being developed by the same studio of Ori series, Moon Studio. It features a fluid and interesting gameplay with a different camera style from standard Souls-like games. It's played from a perspective of an upper camera with immersive scenarios and impressive and challenging boss fights. The game is on early access on Steam, but for now you can't really finish the game, so in case you really want to play it I recommend you to wait. But there's no release date for the final version, but is coming out to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
It's all right.
Lunka! Don't hurt her!
The Blood of the Dawnwalker is the new game by the director of The Witcher 3. He left CD Projekt Red and is now creating a whole new game. The new studio is Rebel Wolves. They promise us to develop a AA game with the quality of a AAA. If you don't know, that's about how much money will be used in the development, and let's be honest, he knows how to make games. It'll be set in immersive open world filled with vampires, and in some moment, the protagonist will be also a half vampire. What makes it even more interesting? The gameplay will be fluid and with a lot of possibilities, and like The Witcher, you choose the destiny of the world by your decisions, what is always interesting when you want to replay the game. It's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows, with no release date yet.
For all of you.
Queen's spell has turned steel to stone and left her army unmatched. Only you can wield the hammer of the gods and bend steel to your will.
Blades of Fire is a new medieval action-adventure game coming out still in 2025. The game is being developed by the studio Mercury Steam and will be released in May 22, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Join Aaron de Lira, firstborn of the King's Ward, on a journey to find the real purpose of his fate. Develop your forging skills, craft a series of weapons to suit your style, and get ready to embrace a unique combat system as you take on Queen Neria's fierce enemies. The gameplay resembles a sort of Souls-like game, but looks really simple in the gameplay, just like the graphics too. Let's just hope the game surprises with a fun story and gameplay.
Forge your legend.
What could you possibly say? You're here to kill me.
Borderlands 4 is the new adventure of the most acclaimed looter-shooter series. It's an FPS series with some RPG mechanics, and it's being developed by Gearbox Software. If you've never played some game of the series, it's a fun and unique FPS experience with quirky characters and a very fun progression, especially if you play with some friends. This promises to be the greatest Borderland experience. The series is known for being unique and really fun, and it's coming out in September 12, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows.
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
Now don't you wish you joined us? Would you then feel so alone?
System Shock 2 Remaster is finally the official release date confirmed, that is June 25, 2025, and the game is being developed by the studios Night Dive Studios, Looking Glass Studios, and Irrational Games, and it'll be available on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows. System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster is a genre-defining experience that established innovative gameplay mechanics that are a staple of the FPS and RPG genre today. Survive the wretched corridors of the Von Braun. Your training has prepared you for this, so if you missed the classic series, this game shall be an interesting revival.
powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream?
I see great power within you. A destiny.
Lost Soulicide is a new hack-and-slash game with a fast-paced gameplay inspired in Devil May Cry. The game is being developed by the studio Ulti-Zero Games, and it's being developed in Unreal Engine, and in the gameplays and trailers it looks really interesting, with a fast and unique combat system, with some good mechanics, great enemies and bosses, so if you like hack-and-slash games you should keep an eye out for it. There's a release date already, and it's May 30th, 2025, and is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions. Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity...
ゾンビとは過去に囚われ、抜け出せない者たちです。彼らは真の解雇主義者なのですよ。
このようなことが連鎖的に起きたんでしょう。
Showa American Story is a really curious game. It's going to be a RPG game, but a very unique one. The game is being developed by the studio Netcom Entertainment and it's planned to be released still in 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. A brand new RPG and an enthusiastic love letter to the 80s pop culture that features a strong taste of B-movies. Follow Chuko's journey of truth and revenge across North America as she grows stronger. A game that mixes many features. It even resembles Yakuza series in some aspects. The combat will mix melee combat to combat with firearms, all set in a third-person camera.
We begin by hearing an old, wise-sounding voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important. Something must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a new sci-fi FPS RPG, and will obviously be a sequel to the first game, and it's again being developed by Obsidian Entertainment. We know that the Obsidian released Avowed this year, and now they're surely working on the development of the Outer Worlds 2, and it's probably going to be in the same style of the original game, a fun open-world adventure. The game has no release date yet, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series X and S, Windows, and PlayStation 5, so if you played the first one on PlayStation and thought that the second wouldn't be there, yes, it will.
And like all good sequels, we've included everything that should have been in the first game. More action. More weapons. And more graphics.
In an age forgotten, ancient, tyrannical manifestations of nature itself held the world stagnant. A lone witch stood in defiance against their might. She brandished the forbidden flame.
Witch of Oblivion is a very unique Souls-like game, and believe me, it's really a Souls-like, set in a magical and colored open world, and based in a sorceress combat style. The game is being developed by Tasto Alpha, and this is probably one of the most different Souls-like games that I've ever seen, cause usually expect a dark and dead world when we think about a Souls-like game, and not a kinda happy universe style like in this game. It'll be more than a Souls-like, it'll also have its own style and features in its manner, but I got curious about it. I want to see how it's really going to be, but it has no release date yet and is coming out only on PC so far.
Unable to remember her true purpose, the forest came to call her the Witch of Oblivion.
This island is cursed, I tell you. Can't live off the land, and hard work won't save you either. Yes, the glory of our ancestors has long been buried in ash. The fine folk here keep asking for more, and trust me.
Of Ash and Steel is an immersive third-person open-world RPG created by a passionate team that values the essence of classic old-school RPGs and modern designs. Explore the lands of a once prosperous island, hone your combat skills, and survive in the unforgiving realm of the Kingdom of the Seven. It's being developed by the studio Fire and Frost and is coming out only on Windows in the start, but there's no release date announced yet, but promises to be an interesting action RPG game with an immersive lore and universe.
Well, it is what it is. You and I are stuck here too. But who knows? Maybe all of this is a trial sent from above. Sometimes I wonder if there are any decent folk left in Greyshaft.
Graft is an interesting RPG game mixed with survival horror, all set in a cyberpunk universe with a rich lore. The studio developing the game is Harebrained, and it's confirmed only to Windows for now, but there's no official release date announced. Transform yourself through grafting as you escape a vast, dying space station in this thrilling post-cyberpunk survival horror RPG from the makers of BattleTech and the Shadowrun trilogy.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time, got no filter, I got no filter, 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 no filter.
Clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you.
Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers is a new Souls-like game with impressive scenarios and graphics, and the game is being developed by a studio called Lean Z. For the people who likes action RPG will be looking forward to this new one cause it looks great. It's set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming dynasty, with humans fighting for power and insane creatures. Looks really good, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC in July 23, 2025, directly to Xbox Game Pass.
than you, I'm afraid.
It's insane. What a trip.
It's not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something? We have...
Where's the captain? I told you, everyone died.
Oh, this is insane.
The Altars is a sort of survival game. The game is set in an unusual planet. You play as a space miner who are alone in this planet but create different versions of himself to help him in the survival. The game is being developed by 11-bit studios, and all that sounds unique and curious, but that's just one reason why this game looks so riveting. The main structure of the game shall envelope exploration, mining, building, and also a sort of managing, as will build and control the whole base. They even reminded me of Fallout Shelter when I first saw. As a fan of Death Stranding, and also of Fallout Shelter, I must say that I'm looking forward to play this game, and it's coming out in June 13, 2025 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
And we're stuck in front of a giant river of lava. If we want to survive, we need to act now.
We stick to the plan. You focus on researching a bridge to cross the river. I'll anchor it, fix the broken base modules, create radiation filters, gather resources, and rupidium.
To create more alternative versions of ourselves.
Don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit.
Fable is the returning of the famous RPG series from Xbox games. The new game will be a sort of reboot, but with the same style and personality it seems, and it's being developed by Playground Games. Fable 2026 is going to be set in a fantasy world filled with different creatures from fairy tales, set in a third-person camera, with different gameplay styles. It's a game that your choices changes the events and story of the game, like the classic ones. If you played the original Fable games, I think you are at least curious about this one, so know that it's coming out in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, but PS5 may be confirmed in the future.
One moment. This is awkward.
那就再唱下去吧。到底是人活进了戏里，还是戏本就因人而在？
为何执意要起兵戈之祸？
Project The Perceiver is a new action RPG developed by a Chinese studio, Paper Games. The game is extremely beautiful with insane graphics and impressive scenarios. It's planned to be released in 2025 or 2026, and will be released on PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game will be set in a big and immersive universe, which will be an open world. The combat of the game kinda resembles Sekiro, but with its own style. The combat is fast and fluid, with a special care for the animations of the protagonist and of the enemies too, especially the bosses. What even resembles Souls-like games, of so fluid it looks.
你来了。
The Elder Scrolls 6 is the new journey of the series after Skyrim, but we have no idea when it's coming out. It was announced with Starfield, so it means they're working in this game now, but when it shall be coming out we still don't know. It's being developed by Bethesda, and shall be released on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows.